Okay, hello. This is a lesson for digital music, how to make a podcast or radio play. This is your assignment for week 6/week 7. So you've got about a week and a half to work on this. And my hope is that you'll make use of the collaboration options on Soundtrap so that you can work together on it. So the two of you work together, Trey and Kai. So, starting on our digital music page, I just want to show you where your different plays are. So the goal is to create a podcast or a radio play with sound effects and voice recordings. So first thing is that you're going to need to choose your radio play, and it's on our portal website on the home page, scrolling down to handouts and materials, and you'll find this folder titled Radio Plays. So I'm clicking on that. And I have to scroll down again, but it will be open now. So these are all the different radio plays, the scripts that are there. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Archie, Arsenic and Old Lace. It's a very funny movie if you get the chance to watch it. Bud and Lou Go Hunting, a silly one. Fibber Tries to Learn the Piano. Sherlock Holmes, Terry and the Turkey. Fall of the House of Usher, that's an Edgar Allan Poe story, and then The Lone Ranger, that's a classic radio play. So a lot of these are either scripts from when radio plays were at their height, you'll see 46, 47, or you can choose your own children's story that you'd like to read, maybe your favorite story, and add the sound effects. You know, those books where they have the buttons along the side, and when the train goes by and you press the train button, you get the train sound effect. It might be something like that. So I'm going to go through an example. And I've chosen Sherlock Holmes, the Musgrave Ritual. So if I click on this, the script comes up here. So before I start anything, I'm going to have a little skim over the beginning and see what I need to get organized. So there's a number of characters, though the main ones are Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes. They've given me a list of sound effects as well, so that's really, really good. Last week you were supposed to have organized a Foley sound library, so there's a couple ways you can search for sounds on the internet, and I'll go through that with you in this lesson as well. But it's nice to have this list already here. So in my preparation before this video, I've already got a violin playing and footsteps. So it's kind of, I like these details as well, footsteps receding and footsteps approaching. So that's going to have to do with kind of what's called the sound envelope. So whether it's getting louder as the sound goes on or quieter. So we can edit that afterwards as well. Okay, so looking over this, I'm going to have a little look at the script here. So I've got, and every podcast tends to have this, they've got theme music that goes on at the beginning. So for theme music, I ended up searching on YouTube. It does say, I searched March of the Ancestors first, and it was kind of this sort of Oriental, Asian-sounding thing that really wasn't the atmosphere I was looking for. So if we listen to this, I don't know if I like that, but Sherlock Holmes was a regular radio play, so I'm going to look. I searched for Sherlock Holmes radio theme and found this. So you can get old-time radio theme on there. So this is the one I'm choosing to use, and it's a 30-second clip. So to take things from YouTube, I have my favorite YouTube to MP3 converter, YouTube to MP3. And this is the one that I like, ytmp3.cc. I've had the most success and the least amount of viruses, but if weird things pop up, don't click on them, just X them. So what I do is I can copy and paste the link. So copy and paste into the box there, click convert. And then I would click download. See, here's a pop-up. I'm gonna just get out of there. Okay, And what I like to do is on the downloads here, I show in Finder first so that I can organize them to where I want. So in my week 6 work for this class, I've created a Sherlock Foley library. So Foley is the word for all of our sound effects. So I'm going to have a folder where I put everything. So what I've done already in preparation was I've got the theme music there. I created I wanted a fireplace background. So if we look at our script here, so we've got the theme music. There's a bit of a commercial because it was a radio show. And then I think the next bit, yeah, when the story starts, seated once more in Dr. Watson's study, the good doctor is wandering aimlessly about the room, tidying objects on his desk, straightening a row of books. And I thought some nice background sound. I went for a crackling fireplace, thinking that might be a little bit atmospheric. So I've got that as my background sound. This is all the narrator speaking. Then it introduces the story. And then the sound effects are in capital letters here, violin only. So I know from reading Sherlock Holmes that his character plays the violin and he would be practicing a lot. I say, Holmes, I wish you'd stop that caterwauling. So this document isn't so great in the sense that like it doesn't have the characteristic of the script telling me which character is speaking. But I can kind of fill in the gaps that it's an exchange between Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes because they live together. So violin only, I say Holmes, grumbling, violin continues, stop that racket, and then the violin stops. So while those lines are going on, I need to have a violin practicing. So it's a violin by itself. And then I can edit the sound to stop when I want it to. And then footsteps fading. Door opens and slams. So these are all sound effects I'll need in the next little while. So I've shown you we can get sound effects from YouTube. So I got my theme song there. I got my atmospheric fireplace. I may or may not use it, but that's where I found that one. And I wanted a shorter one to help with the file size. So like a lot of the times when you search these background sounds, they'll go for 1 hour or 3 hours. And then for the violin, I chose... Yeah, I searched interrupted because it's going to be like annoying Dr. Watson. So I chose, one of these watch me practice ones so that you get that repetitive thing in the violin alone. Oh, I think the girl that I searched originally is gone. Where's that Vivaldi one? And what were some of the other ones here? Violin practice, oh. I think there was intermediate was one of the intermediate violin practice. So I don't want a professional teaching us. I want a regular person practicing. Let's go back to interrupted. Where's my Vivaldi girl? Where'd she go? This one. Here she is. Okay. So, right. So it's not perfect, but I've organized her, I think, into, violin practicing. Okay, now the other really great resource for sound effects is this BBC Sound Effects Library. So it's got thousands of short sound effects that are free to download. So I'm going to start searching for the footsteps. And I know that it's an indoor setting. It's in Dr. Watson's office, and it's Sherlock Holmes walking away. So let's say quiet urban post office, got running, 1 pair of feet, approach and explosion, squeaky feet, door open and close. Okay, so there's a lot of options here. I think there's, let's see, this is a page of 25 and there's 817. So I'm going to need to narrow it down a little bit. So I'll go back up here, footsteps, maybe male. So a lot of stairs, metal stairs. I like these ones. 2 men approach, 2 men start and stop. These might be handy later if Sherlock and Watson are on an adventure at some point and they're chasing somebody and things like that. But so far these are all on metal stairs. So if I play it, 2 men approach and stop, metal stairs. So they're going up a set of metal stairs. not quite what I want. So I'm gonna keep going. What if I add wooden into my search terms? Wooden. Okay, so we got wooden stairs. I want a wooden floor. Let's try one more page. But we're doing better that there's only 92 entries now. Still wooden stairs. Departing. Okay, let's take out wooden and try depart. Airports, shops, Czechoslovakia. Wow. One man departs metal stairs. Holy stairs, stone stairs, ascending, descending. Aha! One man departs, male, wood, walking. Okay. Let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, that's much closer. So that's the one I'm going to download. What? Agree. Great. There it goes. So right away I'm going to show in Finder because I'm never going to remember that 070644147 is my footsteps. So it shows it to me in the downloads. I'm going to click on it once and rename it so I know what it is. So footsteps, wood floor, one man, depart. Okay, and I'm going to move that into my Sherlock Foley Library. I think that's enough for me to kind of get started. I'm going to look at my script one more time. Footsteps fading. Okay, door opens and slams. We should probably get that. So I'm going to try this on the BBC one. So door opens and slams. Let's try exactly what we want. Okay, nothing, so too much. Door. I could probably get away with door opens and shuts. Let's try this. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll download that one. Show in Finder or show in your folders. I'm going to rename it. Door open and shut. And move it into my Foley library. Okay, so these are at least the first bunch of sound effects that I'm going to need for my script. Okay, so